Hey there, Vishnu here, the co-host of Writer and Geek Show, a top documentary-style podcast from India. I host the show with my brother, but this video we're not going to talk about podcasting or podcasts or whatever it is. We're going to talk about something new that we have started using at Writer and Geek to manage our show. And it's not necessarily new to the world. As you can see on the screen, we are talking about Basecamp, the wonderful product made by the company, which is also called Basecamp, founded by Jason Fried and David Heinemeier Hansson. You might know these guys. There's a good chance that you would have read something about them, read something that they have written, or watched some of their videos. So Jason Fried is the CEO of the company, and DHH is the CTO. He's the inventor of Ruby on Rails framework, and they together have written many books on remote work and how to do work efficiently and stuff like that. So they have been big proponents of remote work and stuff. And with the recent developments in the world where companies are moving more remote, whatever they have said in their books and blogs have become more relevant. So I happened to watch few of the videos last month where they were explaining how they are using Basecamp for their own company, and I was really impressed. I wanted to give it a try and use the same for managing our podcast as well. And boy, it's been a big difference. And one of the things that we always struggled with was procrastination, putting things for tomorrow. But Basecamp has really been helping us in driving episodes to completion and stick to our schedule. So let's see how it works out for us. And just keep in mind, this is by no way a video explaining in depth about Basecamp. They have done a better job at that. Go to their YouTube channel. I'll link in the description. So go and check that if you want to understand whether Basecamp can fit into your workflow. And by no means this is a video on how you should be using it. Maybe you have a different kind of project and you should kind of find out how you can implement this for your project. This is just a video on how we are using it and how things have changed for us. So let's dive right into it. So once you log into Basecamp, so one thing I forgot to mention was Basecamp now has a free plan, personal plan is what they call it. It's on their website, more details. So in this plan, you can create an account for free and have up to 3 projects which you can manage. You will not have access to the complete functionality of Basecamp. There are a few things that are restricted only for the paid plans, and paid plan is $99 flat for your entire team. It's not per user basis. It's for your organization. If you're taking Basecamp as your project management software, $99, unlimited number of users. You can see more details on the website. So I have created 3 projects. One is for my personal stuff. One is very secret, which I cannot reveal to you guys. And other one is Writer and Geek. So let me get into my personal project and show you what are the kind of things that you see once you create and once you have an installation of Basecamp and create your account. So you can see that there are multiple panels, message boards, to-dos, docs and files, campfire, schedule, and automatic check-ins. These are by default enabled. So let's see what each of them are. Message board is something where you would want to send a message to a team or a complete organization. And you come here and create a new message, type a title, and you have a proper rich text editor. You can type your message and pick a category as well. So so in case it's an announcement, you can select this, and if it's just an FYI, you can select this, and you can also edit categories. You can add more category like something and select an icon for that. I'm not going to create it, but you get the idea. You can also edit the existing ones. That is possible as well. So that is message board. Send a company-wide or team-wide message and it stays there. One of the good things about this is that you can sort it or you can filter it by different categories here. So that becomes really useful. The second thing is to-dos. This is where all of your work happens. I'm using to-do as a task manager for my personal stuff. So this is something that I made yesterday for tomorrow morning. I have to take a typing class. I realized how bad I am at typing, how slow I am. So I'm taking an online typing class. So that is what it is. And I had to write a blog graph, which I've done. So I have selected it. When you click on the check mark, it goes down. That means you have achieved the task for the day. And I'm also journaling these days on Rome Research, so that is also done. And I have some other list of items here, like self-improvement items. Taking typing class is one of them, and you get the idea, right? There is Basecamp video screencast, which is happening right now. You can have your side project, EMI, loan, insurance, and blah, blah, whatever you want. So that is how I use to-dos. And then you have docs and files. This is where you can share your document, which your entire team or organization can view. And maybe something like employee benefits or maybe terms and conditions or whatever it is. This is where, so you can either share a Google document or Word file, or you can even create a new document here. So when you create, it's a similar known interface, right? So go back. You can also upload file, make a folder or link file from Google Drive, Dropbox, and really versatile stuff. Then you come to Campfire, which is a chat application. You can chat with the entire team here. I don't have a team. I'm just using it myself, so I don't have anything there. Schedule is something. It's a calendar which shows all the items which are planned for the day, for the month, or whatever it is for upcoming months and weeks. Whatever you add in the to-do list kind of goes and stays here. And you can even create a new event here. Name of the event all day, similar to what you do in your normal calendar. So that is schedule, and then you have something called automatic check-ins. So many times when you're working as a team, you have this tendency to go and ask the team about how the work was, or is there something blocking? So instead of you going and doing that, you can set recurring questions here. So something like, are you blocked on anything? You can ask that question to the entire team, and they can come and put their answer. So you don't have to necessarily interact in the real time. You can just do it over Basecamp, and it works very efficiently. So that is that. These are the panels that are there. Now let me show you how we have configured that, or rather modified that for Writer and Geek Show. So you'll see that some of the things are missing here, like to-dos and announcements and stuff like that. So we have changed to-dos into episodes. We are using this to track all our episodes planned and brainstorming. So under planned episodes are the ones which we have already decided that we are going to publish, and research might be going on and stuff like that. So if you see down here, we have 3 episodes which we have already done. One on history of India, colonialism in India and stuff like that. And these are the upcoming episodes in the series. So once we are done with this, we go and click, it is done. And in each of these to-dos, you can also add comment saying that you can give updates in the form of comments. I can say that, okay, my research is complete and I'm preparing the draft document or whatever it is. So it becomes really versatile, right? You can have as much details as possible. And once you're done, you mark it done and you're done. And in the episodes itself, we have some stuff under brainstorming. These are the ideas that we are evaluating to see whether it will fit our show. Some stuff is already here. So once we decide to do this will get moved from here to planned episodes. Moving things are also simply easy. So you get the basic idea of how we are using this. So that's about episodes. And coming to notes and research, this is what announcements was. So we changed it into notes and research. Each of our episode has some show notes and sometimes voiceover attached to it. So when we research, we take show notes along with that and we write them down here. So it becomes easy for us to just export this into our main website and add it as show notes. And when we create show notes, we assign it to a category called episode notes, which we custom created this category. And if it's a voiceover, we select voiceover. We could actually delete all this, but we've just kept it there for some reason, just being lazy. So you get the idea. So notes and research is where we keep all our research material and episode notes. Then coming into schedule again, this is where all the to-do stuff comes and stays. So you get an idea about what episode is due when, and if you have something pending for this week. Simple as that. Then we have docs and files. All the documents that we have created. Let me go into this one first, podcast publishing checklist, which I created so that we have a consistent checklist to follow across myself and my brother. So sometimes he posts on the website, sometimes I do. So just to make sure that things are in perfect order. This is a work in progress. Still need to add more details into this documents. And we are also working on a guide to podcasting, like a PDF or something which newcomers can use. Still work in progress. And some other files which we have been using. And these are the files which will be accessible across the teams or your company. good place to store company-wide information as well. Then conversations, we usually get things done through the to-dos, so we don't use this as much, so it's empty. And automatic check-ins. So for our podcast, we have two major questions to ask. How's the research going? And have you shared the episode on social media? We can add more stuff. So for the research part, we make sure that this question is asked to each of us on Tuesday and Friday. This is kind of a thing that keeps us in check. Us question to self whether we are on track for the next episode or not. It's a good reminder that you have work to complete as well. So we usually publish episodes on our social media on Sundays. So Saturday night is a good time to ask this question. So I answered saying, retweeting and blah, blah, whatnot. In our research episode last week, my brother said research done, production and post-production left. I said perfectly, all game for recording tomorrow. He decided to be a little formal. I was very casual. So it's up to you. You can answer it however you want. This, in an organization, I think that this would prevent the awkwardness of a boss coming and asking you how your day was and what did you do and how your progress is. You can rather answer the question yourself. It becomes really easy. And this is very well explained in the Basecamp video that they released on 22nd of March, I think. I'll link directly to that video in the description. You can go and check it out. So it's beautiful. That also shows how their culture is. So this is basically an overview about how we use it. And if you come to the project activity just below this, you can see everything that has happened, every file that is added, every changes that you made, every single to-dos that you've checked off, and gives a timeline of stuff that happened in the past 1 month or whatever it is. So cool. That is how we use Basecamp. Hope this was useful. And for my podcast friends, if you're looking at one tool that can help you with managing your podcast, this is the one. And trust me when I say this, we have used multiple stuff from Google Docs and Excel to Airtable and OneNote, a lot of stuff. And don't get me wrong, these are all amazing products in their own right. But for us, it didn't work as a coherent project management tool. This is one tool that we have found which ticks all the boxes. You can use anything that you want which works for you. You just use a simple Excel sheet to manage your program as well. But this is just an overview on how we use Basecamp. Hopefully you found it useful. And with that, have a great day.